Good morning, everybody. I am honoring the woman. God, man. I just wanted to take a moment and honor RBG because she has done so much for women. And it's kind of apropos about what I'm going to be talking about today. And so, hi Kate. So I wanted to talk about the fall equinox and what that means and what does it mean for you? Like, the days are growing shorter, the sun is going down, it's like there's more nighttime, the leaves are falling, and you just want to like cozy up. And if you look outside, like the leaves are starting to change, like they're starting to fall. I mean, some of the leaves are actually starting to fall here. And what is happening is we have a symbiotic relationship with nature. So all of nature around us is starting to decline and fall inward. And that includes us. And so this is a time for us to reflect on, 2020. It's literally a time to reflect on the year. Excuse me. And this year has been a fucking doozy. Oh my God. I mean, can I get like a thumbs up or a heart or a care or something? Because this year, I was like, when I heard about RBG, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously, 2020, like, you make me want to stab my eyeballs out, right? But there's also something super, like, while I wish she was still here and, at least through the next election, there is something super symbolic about her death at the autumnal equinox. And so it's a time for you to start. I mean, hers was a literal death, but it's also a time for you to start Django. Sorry, my dog is making all this noise. Symbolically look inward and go, okay, what is it that I no longer need or what no longer serves me in my life? So it's a time for us to reevaluate what's working and what is not working so that we can bring balance, because we're at the equinox, which is equal day and night, literally like today, and so that we could balance out our lives. And so and when we look at symbolic deaths, what no longer serves us, there's always some sort of fear in there, right? And so it's about what can I release so that I could bring in new stuff that works for me and works for my soul, okay? It's also, fall is a really super awesome, like mystical time of year. And it is all about like your dreams, like really embracing like your dreams and your intuitions and like that underground self. It's also starting to look at the shadow aspects of yourself. So Carl Jung, who's like a amazingly awesome grandfather of psychology, talks about a lot of really super awesome things. But one of the things he talks about are the shadow aspects of our side, of our life, and the light aspects, almost like the yin and the yang. And so we, especially in our country, have been conditioned to only show like the light side and the positive side and all the stuff that we love about ourselves. And guess what? That's fucking exhausting. We can't possibly do that, because I mean, have you guys ever seen fucking people like that? I don't know about you, but I just want to like get on in there and just break them open and go, let your true self come out. We can't possibly be light all the fucking time. And again, there is night and day. There is fall and winter and spring and summer. There is light and dark within all of us. And so the fall is about learning how to embrace those parts of ourselves that we don't really actually kind of love, right? These are the shadow sides. This is the dark side that Jung is talking about. And so those shadow aspects of yourself are the wounded child that lives within us. And I know last week, whoever did the challenge, we went back to a really positive memory from childhood. And, and part of actually what we do in Chakra Chicks is look at some of those shadow sides that need to be healed so that you could not get rid of the shadow aspects of yourself, because you can't, but to learn how to love that part of you and go, ooh, okay, there's that part of me I don't really like that just came out. Let me just love up on her, like in that hypno-energetic kind of state. And so it is about embracing the darkness and that shadow, the fall equinox, so that we could grow and that we could be symbolically rebirthed in the springtime. Again, if you've been following me for a while, you know I talk about the caterpillar in the chrysalis before it becomes the butterfly, probably ad nauseum. But when that caterpillar is going into the chrysalis, which is basically what we're doing going into fall, it legit turns into liquid. It turns into liquid glue with just a few little platelets so it could restructure. This is what we are doing right now. This is why I set up this program to be 8 months to start in the fall, so that when you're symbolically birthed out in May, you're like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome. And so, we have to look, we can't think that the shadows and the darkness is scary. This again is the intuition. This is like the mysteries, the great mysteries of life. And so, it is a time when we are connected to magic. I mean, hello, Halloween, like not looking at costumes and candy, but what Halloween actually is, which if you guys don't know, it's really super cool. It's actually the thinnest veil between the earthly world and the afterlife is Halloween and which is All Hallows Eve, and November 1st is like All Saints Day. So like those 2 days specifically are like super extra charged, psychic, spiritual, magical energy. So this is that time to go inside. So when you tune into the darkness, you're gonna grow from it. Like you're not gonna grow from being that shiny self all the time. That's just the truth. And so the fall is actually an ideal time for manifesting because of all this mystical, magical energy. So I have a couple of fun things that you guys can do to honor the fall equinox and that energy and the turning of inward. So again, looking at the accomplishments, I know that this is kind of hard, but we've been through a fucking shit ton this year. Look at all of your accomplishments, and look at all the things that we have learned to do in 2020. And that's a lot. And some of it is just being in the state of like, I don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow, which is really a scary thing for a lot of people, is not having any control of what the fuck is happening in our world. Okay. And so make a gratitude list of all of your accomplishments that you had this year and all that you've pretty much harvested, right? Do a fall cleaning. I wrote these out. Do a fall cleaning. So release what no longer serves you, so you could like get all like, I always mispronounce this word, but hygge, the Scandinavian like cozy. So you want to like clear out some stuff so that you could really invite in all of that like yummy fall energy into your home. As I always say, be out in nature and notice all the changes that are happening and how they have that symbiotic relationship with yourself, and journal about it. Get yourself a pumpkin beer or a pumpkin spice or whatever. All those, I don't know, people love the pumpkin spice lattes. They're not for me, but I do like the Night Owl pumpkin beer, and I'm not a big beer person, but it's delicious. Just honor yourself. And if you are interested in Chakra Chicks, hit me up, messaging me. I can't even speak this morning. Message me. It starts October 5th and registration is open until the 30th. It's going to be super fucking awesome. It's going to be a deep dive into your soul, but don't let that scare you, because I'm going to do it in like a fun, educational, hypno, like jiving way, kind of like what I did last week was a little taste of it. And and that's it. And go and keep fighting for RBG and honor the fall within you and everybody else, and rest in power, man. All right. I think that's it for today. I feel like I did a little rambling. But have a wonderful day. I will be back, obviously, next Monday. I would love to see how you guys are embracing fall. You're very welcome, Miss Girl in a Tree, Amy. All right. I love you. Mwah. Bye.